experiences she had with the national team. Dana Recchi would be the first to tell you that she was almost exhausted a little bit to start last year, and Kelly Sheffield kind of admitted that as well. And there's the block right in the middle of the net for Trammell.
See Hilly trying to turn and just swing on two, but Trammell does a nice job keeping her.
Big Ten Volleyball is powered by Unleaded 88. Tomorrow at 9 Eastern is the time on the Big Ten Network. So happy to bring you volleyball back once again, and that is impressive. Taylor Trammell has showed us a couple of things here tonight. What's tougher to do on that play? To deliver it as the setter or to finish it off as Haggerty's role?
Haley Bush to serve for the Boilermakers. This one goes short. Big swing by Black. Emma Ellis, a sophomore out of North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. And we're going to be calling their names for quite some time here in West Lafayette. There's Trammell again with a block in the same spot. A little dying quail at the back row. It's a free ball over for Purdue. Bush with a quick set. Trammell with the kill. Serve goes at Otek. It's Trammell in the middle. Taylor Trammell. 8-7 Purdue. Skirmelhorn receives. And there's Taylor Trammell, who finds the floor. Caught the back line, did Trammell there.
4 points in the match. Helped spark that with her serve, and she's got a nice jump float, moving them out of system.
And that's shoved down out of the middle by Trammell.
There is a perfect addition to that mix.
And Danielle Hart was out there on the outside for Minnesota last year. Taylor Trammell.
Smart adjustment by Purdue.
And it is still Marissa Hornung's serve. She goes cross court with a floater in the middle. Kayla Bear blocked up front, and fittingly, it's the Purdue block that seals a set one win.
The longer a point goes on, sometimes the more stretched the defense becomes. Chronister serve at Hornung. Popped up and over by Cleveland. Thomas Ilora is blocked, this time by Trammell. Bush again at Cannon. Becker blocked.
They're working that connection. They're trying to get the middles involved, and they've been working off that rust really since yesterday.
Push it out to Cannon. Remember, you talk about the rust. 9 attack errors for Cannon. She hit negative 280 yesterday. Thomas Ilora had 9 errors. Very uncommon for both of them. That's pushed over Becker, and it drops into the coffin corner. I'd say out of fall camp, but in this year it's just kind of out of the fall. Thomas Ilora, the first touch, over past it, and easily put down by Taylor Trammell.
Trammell does so well is tracking the ball. She's quick. She makes decisions well for
Desiree Becker is the middle in the back row. Stardom just reaching outside the pin for Grace Cleveland. Good job to bring that back. And then with the stuff, Cleveland combines with Taylor Trammell. Chronister sends it to Otek. Huge swing, it's Trammell again. She is amazing.
Bush run the middle for Taylor Trammell in that perfect tempo, one-on-one situation. That is textbook, leaving some of the others in one-on-one split blocking situations.
And bouncing back. She aired a lot yesterday, hitting 200 tonight. Trammell's hitting like 10,000. Taylor Trammell with 7 kills on 9 swings.
This quick tempo out of the middle, great set by Bush. Catch
a record for the number 11 team in the country. They had a really tough start to the season. They played Wisconsin and Minnesota 4 of their first 6 matches. But the block works there, courtesy of Taylor Trammell and the setter Haley Bush.
Talked about it was a great up by Armstrong over there to keep her team alive.
Mo Hornung, Fitzner, Westbeld, dug by Hornung, Bush, Cleveland. Great dig by Westbeld, joust at the net, smacked over by Fitzner, the setter. Cleveland to the back row. Stockham blocked by Trammell and Cleveland. That's Newton and Trammell that time on the stuff for Purdue.
Way back to the right side to get this attack.
Cole Heath blocked, and Purdue really cooking right now. It's a 5-0 run. 8 kills, 2 aces, 3 blocks. He's doing a little bit of everything, Liz, as we get back with Purdue on now a 7-0 run as Taylor Trammell pokes it down. Stockham blocked. Another point for Purdue.
Penn State's starting to figure itself out.
Gray serves. Otek receives that one. Nice set there. Swing down the middle and a kill for Trammell. Better young players in the Big Ten. Bright future ahead for her. That one's received by Purdue. That one's set. Swing down the middle and Trammell gets a kill.
Does a lot.
Bush of a floated serve. Blinovic receives that one. Back to Fitzpatrick, but her attempt is blocked by Cleveland, and that lands in bounds. So Purdue, a couple straight points in a row, and the Boilermakers now lead by 1. Critical points coming up, especially for Penn State. Take a look at some of the highlights, especially that last block right there by Cleveland. She'll serve here from the left side. Low line drive serve. That one's set. Kind of a tap shot right there. Parker wrestling that one up. Dump from Blossom, but Purdue's able to receive that one. Battle at the net. Official moved his hands again, but did not call anything. Kudryashova left side. It's blocked by Cleveland.
Necessarily have that say. You can see the difference between Anastasia on the outside and Annie Kate on the outside. Anastasia goes up, swings. She's very consistent.
Cam Cheshlik and Tina Gurkovic. So we're off and running here. And Rutgers going to attack with Cheshlik. Purdue answers with a block of their own. So these volleyball teams, you figure they will have their sights set on their fellow classmates. Pushed home that time for a kill. And here we are now at 20 apiece. McNamara, block back. Newton and Trammell. Moore, who had a nice freshman campaign for herself last year, has built upon that this year. And there's the freshman Trammell, so there's a 1-2 punch by a couple of youngsters for Purdue. And right now the Scarlet Knights with just 3 kills to 6 errors. Kojadinovic tips. Cleveland's there. Bush for Newton, who flies in and then changes the pace. Bush will a quick set for Trammell. Dug by Baliko. Maximova to Kojadinovic and a solo block by Taylor Trammell.
Marissa Horning is back serving for the Boilermakers. Overpass by Gonzalez,
and you can see how momentum's going their way.
Jazzer with the next serve. Bush setting the middle, and Gabby Gonzalez touches it, but it was a nice swing.
We'll see how it ends up.
Horning with the short serve. Janasia Moore passes it up. Londot tips it over. Otek with a set. Cleveland, she throws one over to the Buckeyes, but to keep it alive. But, you know, once again, the Boilermakers just really did a nice job of ball control there, and that got them back in.
Couple of good digs. Terwilliger had one for Purdue, and that's the one that kept it alive for Purdue to get to the point, and now the Boilermakers have a set point.
I like the idea to go to the back row to Caitlin Newton to give her another chance, but here it's right on top of your head. You set that quick set to Taylor Trammell, hits it deep corner.
She gets us going on night 1 of 2 in this final series to close out the regular season in the Big Ten. Great to be with you. Our line judges, Brenda Cook, Michael Brandon, and it's a good start for the Boilermakers, Michelle.
A solid blocking technique for the freshman. Good eyes, good vision, and perfect timing. Well executing.
This is a great defensive team for Purdue against a great serving team in Illinois. And make no mistake about it, Purdue is a really good serving team as well. Purdue good at just about everything
Hence the number 8 ranking, second highest ranking in program history, and Purdue is setting the middle early. Taylor Trammell again.
They're not going to give you points. They're going to make you earn everything that you get, and they play incredible defense starting with the block.
I think that's the key for Purdue, absolutely. They just wait for you to make the mistake. It's going to be a good battle of middle blockers. Illinois' got a couple really good middles as well. Kennedy Collins, number 1, had the swing a moment ago. Raina Terry goes bombs away on the outside, and on the joust, Illinois keeps it alive. They have to bump it over. Trammell again, she is 3 for 3. Chris Foster's Michelle McMahon. Final weekend of the regular season in Big Ten Volleyball. NCAA Tournament Selection Show coming up on Sunday. And right now, Illinois just trying to buy a point off this stingy Purdue defense. Here's Marissa Hornung. Vrankovic blocked, down but out of bounds. Last touched by Illinois.
Love the in-sync blocking here by Grace Cleveland and Taylor Trammell. And your setter, Haley Bush, who has been on the run a lot, even when they are out of system. She's been able to utilize every single one of her weapons. That's a sign of good ball control. And when it's not good ball control, it's an amazing setter that can still get the job done on a not ideal passing situation.
More often than not, when Purdue has gotten on a run in this weekend, Hornung has been behind the line, and Purdue just cruising right now.
There she is again.
She does have 6 hitting errors, but she has 6 kills, 29 chances, and 9 digs. Cleveland, a great save made by Diana Brown. Raina Terry winds up, and Bush keeps it alive. Collins blocked, and the Purdue block. Maybe a quiet start to this match, but...
So Hornung remains on serve. Another block by Purdue. This time it's Caroline Crawford. 0-87 at the moment. Davis, good touch block there by Trammell. Easy ball over. Bush again. Trammell feeling it. Haley Bush leading the middle there. 23-18. Bush, another float serve. Block. Set point Purdue, and Trammell swung into the 2-man block there. Johnson once again coming at the end. McGee tries coming over. Taylor Trammell. Excuse me, that's 3 for Quigley. She's tied with Montgomery for the team lead. Big swing there on the quick set. And Quigley swinging right into the block. 4th block of the set for the Boilermakers.
I've got nothing to say good things about them. Hayward set over to Feltz. Rejected by the Boilermakers. Block from Haley Bush. Replay of that. Just stuffed down. Solo block for Bush. And
you might be able to hear it this year. No shot, especially in Holloway.
Lobbed out into the block. You said it had to be strong. Newton with strong hands.
To be good tonight, and she's showing us she can line up perfectly.
There's a true freshman in Purdue history. So much depth on this Purdue squad. They have 21 players, the largest roster in Purdue volleyball history. Beautiful pancake by Hayworth. Saris out of the back row. And there is Trammell. So Rami has to dig it up for Edwards. A dig by Hornung. And then Trammell finishing it off.
One last kill where they weren't sure entirely if it was going out of bounds or not.
Brown will set this time into the block. There's another big block there for Taylor Trammell. 11-all. There's Terry. This time at Caitlin Newton. Bush with the bump set to Newton. Swing dug by Cooper. Into the block. Big swing by Nunzi. It's rejected by Trammell. Boilermakers, they average about 1.2 aces per set. A full ace behind the Fighting Illini average. Another block by Trammell and Bush. There's another wide swing for Terry. She goes over with it. Pancake dig by Cooper. Now a back row swing for Cooney. A big swing in the middle from Taylor Trammell.
They let her serve. Terry tried to go cross court and it was shut down by Taylor Trammell. They're hitting 520. Lobbed over. Here comes Terry. Cross court, dug by Otek. Cook bumps it over. Terry is stuffed. Point Purdue. Otek and Purdue. And the Boiler block too much for Illinois in the first. Purdue rested on its laurels after that first set win, but Illinois has put forth a very focused second set. They need 2 points to close the door and tie up the match. Terry is blocked.
Well, since that opening weekend when they lost 12 sets in a row won by the Buckeyes, getting their second shot at Purdue, and the block was huge for the Boilermakers in match number 1. Taylor Trammell.
Hands up, gets that first big point.
So Purdue with a couple of injuries, not at full strength tonight coming here on the road. Place that Ohio State has not lost this year. They are 6-0 in Columbus this season. Grace Cleveland going sharp, and Mac Pedraza down to dig it, and getting a swing that's blocked from Grunzy as Trammell comes over again. Purdue got close there in set 2, and now try to avoid the sweep on the road. So Ohio State opens with Erica Davis, and Cleveland and Trammell over to block her.
Very limited playing time early in the season, and actually gotten some starts as of late.
Taylor Trammell, 6'2" sophomore out of Lexington, Kentucky, started every match last year.
I like how much middle blocker attacking we're getting.
Head coach Dave Shondell, now in his 19th year, telling us she was playing through the pain in that injury. Good block, touch that time by Horde. But not this time. Right back to Trammell out of the middle.
Her, stay with her. That has to be your first priority, and then you can think about helping in the middle. But don't let the setter get kills.
Cook. Not on the floor yet. Good pokey by Rollins. And a better block. Wow, this is some pretty good level as we talked about in that first set that was 25-23.
Point for Purdue, and we're tied at 1. Cullen in the middle. Monks is blocked. Team after all, and Purdue was on the ropes, down 22-20. Haley Bush with the serve. And Monks off the tempo pass from Bush. Didn't matter. Purdue was faster on the block. Giving Purdue some good rotations in the fourth. And a chance to send us to a 5th. They need 5 points. Franklin, what a dig by Bush. Closing in on 900 career digs. Bishop sets Cabangeli, who's blocked by Colvin up front with some help from Cleveland at the pin. Purdue tries to close out this 4th set. It's Haley Bush. Dug by Newton. She swings off the tape. Max Brown blocked. Ellis and Trammell.
Elevation, arms straight up, cross court.
The bait horse right into the block, set back. Haley Bush was there.
On the outside, but this block is up and ready, and Shondell has...
Big swing by Kathy.
Ton of area along the net to swing into for the back row attacker.
There's a good block by Bush, and Bush has won that battle tonight.
Yeah. To adjust her hands, put her hands in good position to get a good touch and stuff on the block.
Stiverns on the slide. Good up by Otek. And again, Batenhorst right into the block.
Feels like Wennis has been living behind the service line for Minnesota. McCraw can't keep that up, however.
Defense fueling the offense. Sometimes the defense is the offense.
Perfectly said. Raven Colvin. Taylor Trammell, into the game.
With an ace just before the break, she'll go to serve back once again. Skimmerhorn with the pass. And there's Taylor Trammell.
Trammell now in the front row with Cleveland and Chin. Saris into the block to come out victorious, to have a shot at a share of their own. Underway in the fourth set here in Holloway Gym. Sarame now, Edwards is blocked. Trammell and Cleveland.
Serve from Kinsey Knuckles. Pulls Bush near the pin. Had to leave it. Rodriguez keeps it alive. Free ball opportunity here for the Boilers. Bump set, what a great pass on point, left for Cleveland. Not down. And with a quicker tempo there in the middle to Cappy, not down. And another dig for the Huskers. Longest rally here of the match. Who's going to finish it? Big block by Purdue. That'll bring them to their feet. Taylor Trammell got the hand on it.
Not enough to get past that big Boiler block that comes right back at him.
Better pass. Big block.
It's an out-of-system situation. You want your block to go up big time in.
But UConn, you can definitely tell the starters out there, they're just as fired up, they're just as hungry to keep the points in the volley going.
It was a tough serving team last year. Jasmine Davis, one of those tough servers with 34 aces, but Penn State perfectly in system.
And was able to get it just off the forearms.
Elisaya serving for Penn State. She gets the start at center, and oh, how about that block?
As they're really starting to match energy of Penn State, you can tell the crowd is starting to quiet a little bit because the Huskies are beginning to showcase that their level of play is even with Penn State.
Here is Secunda, a three-time All-State honoree in the state of Pennsylvania, played at State College Area High School from Bullsburg, PA, just down the road. And out of the middle, Taylor Trammell connects for her first kill.
And might have overthought it a little bit there. To Penn State's advantage. Grimes with the serve. Now here's Gibson, blocked! That's Taylor Trammell, sent the Mountaineers packing.
Elisaya out of CSU Bakersfield, set for them her entire 4 years there. She's serving. Free ball transition. Run that middle. Kill. Trammell.
In transition. See how far she gets off the net.
Taylor Trammell also new to the squad this year. When you and I were calling them transfers, I love that Coach Schumacher called them Penn Staters.
Freshman and 4 transfers. A lot of times you don't see blocks like that.
Long Beach State. It's like you speed up the tape when you're looking at her. She just plays at a different speed. Nice up. Free ball to Stanford. Minor sets Katie Baird from the backcourt, never heading over.
Out of system if they want to have any success and try to come back in this match.
Yeah, Ruben has a nice deep serve. Taken by Ogilvy, excuse me. From the middle, Penn State converting back. In transition, they've been strong.
From their block moves so quick, and you see how high Taylor Trammell gets up there because
Pukas running down to save it. Collier can't get a clean rip at it. That's a clean one. Taylor Trammell out of the middle.
Up with the setter, came down, and now there's that angle to hit into. But yes, very impressive swing.
An answer back for Taylor Trammell. Nunaviller takes the first ball. They go to Collier in the back. Trammell says no way.
A look, she definitely did not make a move.
That was behind the antenna too. Tough angle. Pukas way off the net. Nunaviller has that picked up. And Stark into it. And that's dug over toward the table. Pukas over. And Oregon keeps it up. And Nunaviller has that popped up. Pukas, ton of good defense on this point. Murphy with the D there. Nunaviller turned away. Trammell out of the middle.
Between two teams that have met 6 times before. Nittany Lions have come out victorious all 6 times. Bison, though, looking to turn the tides tonight. They'll get us started here. And a big spike there from the Nittany Lions. Received cleanly, though, by the Bison. Popped back over by Bolden. Blanovic looking to tee up Elisaya. And she tees up Elisaya, who sends it over to Taylor Trammell, who gets the first point.
This has easily been the most entertaining match so far of the night.
Holland sends it over. Bell pops it back up. Owajobi. Diving Stark. Kashana Williams. The offering. Bell brings it back in. Diaz sets. Owajobi fires. Blocked. Penn State. Elisea.
Yeah, big-time player for this Nittany Lions squad as Perez Rosas will serve it over. Back row, Kirshen digs it out. Elisaya back sets over to Trammell. Trammell's attack, then dug back out and sent over back to the Penn State side. Bilanovic digs that one out. Up to Trammell. Finds the hole in the back of the Coastal Carolina. Grimes set to serve once again. 4-0 scoring run for Penn State. Perugini digs it out. Right back over to Trammell. She one-times that one straight down for another Penn State point. To look to find something here on that side. Now that one's sent over. And Malone immediately gets some action, but blocked by Trammell. And that is another point for Penn State.
For any Penn State player to get a hand on it.
Trammell through the middle. Taking advantage of some timely miscues by Penn State. But Trammell and Weatherington not going to let it slide too easily. The double block through the middle.
Yeah, it seems like every fan in Red Hall expected.
Jess Robinson with the serve now for Michigan. She works it into the back row. Right down the center for Penn State, Taylor Trammell.
Other one that when you pair her with Zoe Weatherington, both in that middle and outside.
Murray with the right hand. There's the dig from Milanovic. Right down the center comes Taylor Trammell.
Creeping back up and eventually taking the lead. Trammell really making.
Spreck, remember, was the most outstanding player of the Final Four last year. Jade Dempps was brilliant out of the back row, specifically for Wisconsin in that national championship run. All right, who was on that block, Emily? It was Kashana Williams, who's an outside hitter.
Salisa Elisaya has 13 assists. O'Gorman, Stark with the back row dig. Williams' roll shot is blocked. Trammell taps it down.
Mentioned a lot the Purdue transfer right at the center of that net, just perfect placement.
571.
Taylor Trammell with the kill in the middle for Penn State, her first of the match.
And it really is going to Gonzalez here in position 1 and almost hit her again, but went to middle back.
Turned away by Taylor Trammell in the middle. Ohio State can't get it across. Taylor Trammell, one of the best defensive middle blockers in the Big Ten, keys that point for Penn State.
Challenge a net violation here. Let's see if we can see that. I didn't really see it on.
Elisaya with a good serve. Raider blocked. Taylor Trammell has come up huge in the 4th set defensively.
Have a great way for the Illini to come out of the timeout.
Trammell through the middle. A much-needed point for the Nittany Lions, stopping a 3-0 run.
Big block in the middle. There's Taylor Trammell stepping up big on the block on Alec.
Holland to serve again.
Goes at Urquhart, passes off the net. Tessier back outside to Urquhart. Block. Back onto the Hawkeye side, 14-12. And while Penn State might not be great at ace serves, they are a very good blocking. Holland back to serve, 13-12 Penn State. Holland, another great serve. Tessier, McSweeney off the block, covered back onto the Penn State side. Grimes takes it. Elisaya, middle attack, finds the floor. That was Trammell. Penn State heating up a little bit. 2:94 now here in the. And Holland back to serve. She's had a couple of big service runs. Dennis off the net. Tessier outside to Urquhart off the block. Jones not ready to cover. Another good one. Bad pass. Schmidt platforms it high and over. Grimes, Elisaya. Trammell gets the kill. It's 16-10. Hinkle, good float at the 6th spot. Good pass, though, outside. Williams, dug up. Stark uses hands. Elisaya, middle, block. Tessier, one hands it in the air. Hinkle, Urquhart. Rolls it, Grimes. Elisaya, Williams, high off the block. Hinkle chases it down. Tessier's got time. Jones, blocked. She looked tired. Trammell wins the one-on-one battle.
Merzik's serve. One dug up. Set up on the left side, but blocked back by Taylor Trammell.
Absolute gorgeous solo block right here that you see on your screen on the replay, ladies and gentlemen. Just, they all go over.
The Raiders are having issues with her right now, understandably so. Milan Bayless getting denied. Weatherington and Trammell up there in the front line for the Nittany Lions.
Yeah, you see the replay, so Weatherington getting all of that block she recorded, and they're going to do their best to not let the Nittany Lions run away with this one.
Set up nicely here for Merzik. But the Raiders keep it alive. Left side, Rezatarski blocked, this time by Trammell, and Pedraza up there again. Trammell through the middle. Cox just pushes a free ball over. Trammell again.
And they will try. Dug out by Grimes. Draws, sets, Trammell fires. Set number one goes to the 14-ranked Nittany Lions. Attack errors in a row, giving the Nittany Lions the advantage and eventually the win.
Yeah, the Nittany Lions adapted like they needed to.
Definitive third set, who will pull away and have an opportunity to possibly secure it in set number 4. Nittany Lions lead 13-12. James Madison got something to say about it, though. They are fighting strong. They set. Firing, blocked down. This time it's Hannah and Trammell. Villanova.
And how do you replace her? Well, grab the Big Ten Setter of the Year. The serve is over. Alford this time, setting up the freshman who is denied. And guess who? Mac Pedraza making a presence early here in round one, or excuse me, the opening match. Saren Madden serving for the Retrievers. Pedraza in system to Taylor Trammell, right down Broadway.
Approach down. She definitely has a routine and she sticks to it.
Definitely Allie Holland now. Sends it over to the Pirates. It's Matheny here. She tries a light tip and she's blocked by Mac Pedraza. 12 serving 15 as Holland of the Pirates keeps that one up. And Tooley tries her kill. That one's going to be sent over by Cassie Kirshen. Klungel will put that one up for Perry Lucas. Holland keeps it up. Mac Pedraza sends it over. Taylor Trammell's kill attempt, and it lands. Boys and stay off the ball.
Interesting,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, Pedraza sends that one over for Seton Hall. Jakubowski puts it up, finds Walsh. Merzik keeps it alive. Pedraza puts it up for Hannah. A slight tip, trying to fool Seton Hall. They were ready for it. Jakubowski puts it up. Here's Walsh. Kills attempt. She's blocked by Hannah and Trammell. Wow.
Merzick trying to track it down. Instead, it's Hannah. Pedraza plays it over. Hannah blocking that. Pedraza going to the middle, and Trammell. And Matt Pedraza made a living out of Markley, 4th kill against 2 errors on 13 swings. Penn State 5 away from a 2 sets to none lead. And make it 4. How about that solo stuff from Trammell?
Versus middle solo block, because this is the time to prove who you are as a middle versus middle. And I think that Taylor just did a great job.
Stinson with the serve. It's deep to Merzick. Pedraza setting up a middle. And on the other side, it's Leilani Dotson, but she's blocked.
Reed as a blocker, you have no idea who's getting the ball in that situation.
And the overpass, Trammell says, I'll take that. Against Michigan. They were in Penn State spot. Pedraza up the middle again, and the middle's been unstoppable. Penn State looking dominant, taking set number 1.
On both sides, as teams both adjust the defense in front of them.
Off the tape and read by Hannah. Up the middle, Trammell.
Over.
Pedraza up the middle again, and Trammell finds the seam. Incredible.
Not only offensively, but defensively as well for Cameron Hannah. She combines with Taylor Trammell.
Seeing in the build that they trust that they have been building since preseason.
And Pedraza said it's taken time. Truman running the middle there and shut down, kind of shuffling for Penn State to get its offense on track.
Hannah has really increased her numbers over the past few matches, so she must have been working really hard in practice to get that play.
Taylor Trammell
Forcing her to hit those wide shots.
She's down to 533 hitting right now as Penn State gets out of system. Off the slide, it is McSweeney.
It's exactly what they did there. And when you have someone like Delaney McSweeney across from you at the net, she's really difficult to hit around.
Up the middle, it is Taylor Trammell.
To see more middles, and now here we have Taylor Trammell, Matt Pedraza.
We pulled that back in, go right back to her. Off the block, big block on that right side. Taylor Trammell was over there along with Hannah.
System, and watch Taylor Trammell. She takes that early step. It's less of a move.
Anna Davis will serve now. A swing from Markley incoming, deflected, kept alive, and free ball sent back over. Vilanovic, and there comes Taylor Trammell right down the middle for the kill, ties it up at 6. There's Mac Pedraza, the senior setter for Penn State. Was at Ohio State last year. She won Big Ten Setter of the Year, and she's been outstanding in her first season with the Nittany Lions. Set there, blocked at the net. Taylor Trammell gets up and rejects. And Bailey Ortega, setter for Iowa, will serve. Attack there by Trammell.
No memory, no conscience, right? You go right back to her. Going the serve and the hammer.
Middle hitter, 6'2", gets up. Watch her hang time here. And that service errors are the one thing that Purdue's leading in negatively. 6 service errors to Penn State's 2.
It's the defensive specialist Brown with this serve.
Burke at the service line. Vilanovic getting underneath it. They're long pass to Merzick. Up the middle, Trammell keeps it in.
And play in the backcourt. She can also hit back row attacks, but defensively she does a nice job of trying to get the ball alive in that last play.
Mistimed on the Bick to Stark. No mistime there as Trammell puts that one away.
Mac Pedraza puts it right in her sweet spot. 1.
That quick middle, great kill by Trammell. Knocked down by MacArthur. Free ball opportunity. Nope, out to Mercer. That's a big block by Trammell.
Feet in place, sees the ball, uses her hands to block the ball. You know, been starting the last couple matches, the connection is not quite there tonight, and you've got Trammell just right in front of her. Megan Hodge as the assistant coach for Penn State, amazing career.
Big block on the right side. That's a double. Trammell
will have the duty this time. Two-time All-America, two-time All-Big Ten libero. Pedraza running the middle. Trammell in rhythm.
They need to make these sets to the middle because it pulls the middle blocker in.
And 6,000 plus standing room only tonight at Rec Hall. And they've been standing and applauding a lot. Penn State taking the first set comfortably, 25-15. Up 4 here, make it 5 in the second out of a timeout.
Taylor Anderson with 23 assists so far. An awkward set, almost outside of the bounds of play. Taylor Trammell going up and over. She beats her former teammate Raven Colvin to the punch. It's 2-1. That one dumped over by Pedraza. And Colvin is rejected by Taylor Trammell.
Even Colvin 0 there as Colvin tried to swing away and Trammell with the stuff at the net.
She absorbed. It's a 3-0 run for Penn State. Looking to extend that lead. They're up by 1. Another block. Have the tie break with the season sweep over the Nittany Lions. It all comes to a head here. Alex Brophy, Craig Combs here with you in this exciting match. A long rally to start the fourth, and a block.
Gives Mac Pedraza a chance to give the Nittany Lions the lead. Her serve skied into the air by Grant. At the line, stuffed Murray's attempt. Now on the far side, Boney diving dig by Perugini and then slammed down by Taylor Trammell. By Lena Perugini coming into the match and kick-starting the Nittany Lions to a 4-3 lead. Merzick lines that one over. Miscommunication again. Had to be free-balled over by the Wolverines. Pedraza to Trammell, tipped at the line. Dug out by the Wolverines. Stuffed was Wallette by Zoe Weatherington yet again. Since known, it's 9-5 Penn State.
Awesome block by Penn State. We've got someone.
I believe a net violation was called on the Nittany Lions, 21-12. So Wolverines now a chance to try and get some momentum back. That one tipped the line. Nice dig. Beautifully done by Maddie Cochran. Murray stuffed at the line. Taylor Trammell. It gets the point right back from that net violation. It's 22-12.
Early on, Wisconsin picking up where it left off last night, hitting at 500 early. Penn State at 200. That'll help.
Taylor Trammell been so effective, especially during Big Ten play. When they have good passes, they'll move her around along the net.
I know what Carter Booth can do. Get 4 blocks tonight, and that's, again, without Anna Sprecht not making the trip this weekend for Wisconsin. Ashburn, strong match for her with 25 assists and 12 digs. Her serve handcuffing Grimes. Grimes going for Mercer. Franklin down 4. A bomb from Franklin handled by Grimes. Trammell with the stop.
It's up to 4 kills, 2 digs, and 3 blocks already. Not even halfway done with set 2. Taylor Trammell to the back line for the kill. Couldn't do anything. Off the net was the serve. Pedraza to Trammell. Finds floor just in front of the back line.
It's so dangerous when you can have a well-timed set.
Pedraza will set it, and this time Taylor Trammell. Gunter, the transfer from Mississippi State, will serve it. And right in the middle, Taylor Trammell.
Serving for set 1, Sarah Sue Morbitzer.
Through the middle, Trammell tying things at 24.
41 for the Buckeyes.
Sydney Taylor. At one point at back-to-back services, there's Wetherington. Thorpe. And again, guess who? Trammell and Wetherington on that right side for the block.
So good at closing the block. Watch number 1 get there, press back over.
To serve, the senior defensive specialist out of Virginia. Big serve to get Louisville out of system. They'll scramble to keep it alive. Elena Scott places it to the corner. And how about that attack out of the middle? Taylor Trammell gets going. What did you like most about that sequence, Kristen?
Oh, man. Mendelson here earned her first ace of the season in set number 1. Keith denied. Penn State block is so tough.
There is just not much. Pay attention to the eyes. The eyes on these players.
Williams, prior to this morning, hadn't played in the last couple of matches, but has come in ready against a top opponent. Oh, but how about the response? Taylor Trammell unloads.
You got to be able to stuff it at the line, and that's what they did just there.
Grimes receives the serve from Scalavandre. Here's Taylor Trammell from the middle, and Taylor Trammell. Got to be the mindset right now for the Tigers, if nothing else. Scalavandre will try to extend the set one more time. Here's Stark to Trammell, a no-doubter to end set number 1. Pretty set from Stark right in the win.
The junior Magda Stambrowska back to serve. Picked up by Merzik, and a drive from Taylor Trammell for her first kill. Smith back to serve. Member of the 2023 Big East All Freshman team, and Trammell gets back on the kill board. Bartman.
Give up any extra points than they need to.
And Merzik and Grimes for Penn State are the most vocal about that. You can even hear it from up here as Trammell gets the solo block.
To get it going here in the third set.
Clemmer back to serve. Angelina Stark. Izzy Stark chasing it down, tapped over by Merzik. Now Clemmer setting Ilter, left-hand swing, dug out by Grimes. Izzy Stark in the middle to Trammell, and she gets the kill. Hannah now serving for Penn State. Watkins sets Veldman, gets blocked. And it's Caroline Juravicius who is there.
So they've squared off as head coaches in conference play, and now here, the Penn State Classic is Taylor Trammell. Quickly through the middle, gets the kill. This is Hannah. Come to the right side, and Kellen. Merzik keeps it alive. Now she'll get a swing. Good up by Ju. Double block through the middle. Trammell and Merzik. Back in here, hitting from the left side, gets her first kill of the contest. 6 serving 9. Grimes will dig it over to Hannah. Hannah takes a strong swing at it off the top of the Yale block. Ju will set up Goodnow. Goodnow gets it past Trammell and Hannah, but then it comes back to Trammell, and she'll finish it through the middle. Maybe try to take her out of the offense a little bit. She's got 8 digs, but only 4 kills on 16 swings to this point. This is going to be an overpass. Stark was right there to defend it, though. Off of Mendoza, and now Yale has to scramble. Schultz will get it over. But now, Trammell right there to take advantage. Both liberos in this game have 6 digs, Yosia and Grimes. Yosia the server, Trammell out of the middle. Bishop to the left side, and Preston kept alive by Grimes. All the way over in front of the stand. Stark has to play it. Merzik will send over a free ball. This is Bishop to Preston, sent back by the double block.
The block 9 out of 10 times, and that was, well,
here in the Big Ten home opener for Penn State. She'll send the serve away. Anderson off the top of Stark and Trammell's block. Now Trammell quickly through the middle. Stark and Trammell. Seen that a number of times throughout the first set and a half or so, where they've had to clean it up a little bit. Trammell back through the middle. With you here from historic Rec Hall on Big Ten Plus. So glad you could spend your Saturday, or Sunday afternoon, beg your pardon, with us as Taylor Trammell gets the side out of the timeout.
Futility for Maryland in beating Penn State.
Again, dominated this series by the Nittany Lions over the Terps. And Penn State out of the timeout gets back going offensively. Dowler going outside for Sire. Easy block there for the Nittany Lions. Get the sense Adam Hughes recognizing that, wanting to keep her invested. And going to her a good chunk tonight along with Schnitter. Right in the middle, and that's Trammell. Oregon's offense trying to get hot here, potentially put a scare into Penn State down the stretch in the set, but Trammell right on the money from Stark in that quick middle set.
Between the middle and the outside, this is why it's left one-on-one, because it's right between two blockers on Oregon's side.
A triple block, very effective that time, but run the middle to Trammell, maybe you don't have time.
Breslin goes silent. Yosia pushes it over. Hannah on the response. Bishop, Gulig uses the height, but sent back. Bishop setting it up again. Preston sent back by the front line. Gets it over the front line this time. Stark trying to finish it off. She does. Trammell.
She won Gatorade Player of the Year in 2 separate states, Nick. That alone speaks for itself.
How do you do that?
That's remarkable. Poked over by Alonzo Corcelles, and answering with the quick turn and the strike, Cameron Hannah.
She is a beast
in the shot. Cincinnati, 86 sets, 24 matches, 16 starts, had 345 kills. She's picked up right back where she's left off. Hannah pokes it over. Gary receives it. Tatum again. Grimes, the diving save. Poked around. Gary slides in. Tatum again through the double block. Ramsey keeps it in play, but not close enough.
Love the way she plays defense and attacks as a freshman. Big set from Izzy Stark to the middle.
To see her run that 31 and B all night long. A great pass there by Jess Merzick to
offense on her side as well, to your points. On the opposing side, Stark back to serve. A methodical jump floats, gets Webker out of system. Big swing from Selman and a big block from Penn State.
Has more time to react, and here you're going to see it's just perfectly formed. You can see number one, Trammell. Yeah, and you were a DS, so that would be terrifying.
Yeah, first career start against Penn State didn't end well for me, let's just say that. Back out to the pin, Cameron Hannah now throws it down. Hasbrook with a nice dig. Answered back, Ava Faldudo taking over the left back court, and 2 digs now for Faldudo that has turned.
Some good pin hitters on their bench. We'll see if Katie Schumacher-Colley goes to her bench at all to get some relief.
Ooh, good crash.
Costa kid. It's like Assumption in Louisville. Dotson there working against Merzick, off speed. Dotson is roofed. Pretty good looking slide play, but what a crushing block that time.
Prior to this play, I'm like, we got to get Anna Dotson involved for UCLA, but Jess Merzick.
6'4" out of Pleasanton, California, 28 matches last year, averaging over 2.5 kills per set. Nice first contact by Merzick, and into the middle. Wonderful connection that time between Izzy Stark and Taylor Trammell.
There to try and slow this ball down. You see Kiki Horn coming in to try and help late.
Lockdown block. The serving sub, Quinn Nenger, with a strong serve. Batenhorst still gets a good swing on it, but it's Trammell at 454.
On her offensive game, coach said she's put in time with Izzy Stark, the setter, to set that connection, because those tempos that we need on the court, and they need some offense out of that middle position.
Stark to Juravicius. 2 players collide, but coach would always prefer it that way. In the middle again, it's Trammell.
Really upping her offensive game. Really before just a believer in not talking about errors and going for it, and you said, no, in this case that was too many. They weren't good errors, so they were too long out of the court, they were in the net. Those kind of errors were not.
That 1977 season was the first perfect season in women's volleyball history before the NCAA era. And again in 03, and then of course during the Penn State 4P, they had back-to-back undefeated seasons.
For a young player.
And that's why they ran through non-conference schedule with ranked wins at Tennessee, here against Louisville from 2 sets down to win it. And back now, giving it a go on the serve.
Quick ball.
Yeah, Stark going to Trammell. You talk with Izzy Stark. Running that quick middle to Taylor Trammell.
It's right in that gap. You guys see it's...
To attack, set. Hasn't had to do a lot of digging tonight, but still something to keep in mind. Taylor Trammell.
Yeah, Izzy Stark hit Trammell right in stride.
Here for the contest.
Just another massive swing by Hannah to be able to get that one through the block that's been so powerful tonight for Iowa.
Hannah has been an impressive force on this Penn State team. She's gotten a lot of kills with pretty high efficiency as of late for these Nittany Lions. Taylor Trammell.
Iowa defense just can't keep up with the speed there on the
Urquhart there to receive it. Garcia sent packing by the block of Trammell and Hannah.
Obviously, this is a long match, a lot of volleyball left to be played.
Good serve off the tape, greater up from Merzick. Here's Hill from the middle. Another good up. Into the block, but Rousseau keeps it alive. Great team effort, but there's the block effort from Penn State.
Momentum out. Now you've got Grimes back to the service line. Top 10 in the Big Ten in aces.
But it's so close. You've got to stay on edge. 8-8 with Izzy Stark serving. Communication is evident on Northwestern side. Challenge coming.
Challenge coming. I mean, from my perspective, I thought it might have touched the white line. You see a replay there. Penn State says, no, that's inbound. It's a big one for Hazan. 6th.
When we talked to Izzy Stark, she said, look, I'm more Midwest style. Charlie's more West Coast style. We're trying to figure out what the difference is, but watch today and we'll see if we can find out.
Izzy Stark into the middle to number 1, Taylor Trammell.
Not the lead back.
Yeah, a little bit too high for Trammell, and then Hannah has to try to adjust and just can't do it on the fly that quickly.
Mosher, another leading server on this Illinois team. They get it done different ways, but Taylor Trammell.
Second in the nation in hitting percentage coming into this game at .468.
Stark service collected. Smith is blocked by Jaravicius and Trammell.
They had no blocks against the Badgers. Get a block there. Got to feel good if you're Penn State.
In aces per set, 1.74 was the number. The only team higher is Penn State's Sunday opponent. They'll travel to play Maryland, who's averaging just over 2.
Against Penn State here at Rec Hall a few weeks ago.
Something to keep an eye on for Sunday. Quick serve from Hannah. Trammell back-to-back blocks for Penn State. That time working with Jaravicius on the right side.
Throw a deep roll in there, throw a tip in there just to throw the defense off guard a little bit.
Wong up. There's Russ. The one set has been an option, an ever-accessible one in this match so far. Schnitta sent back hard. Every third swing has resulted in a kill. Schnitta looks for the spot. Jaravicius, tough receive from Gunter. Up by Schnitta, loose. And Sire loses the joust.
Menger, couple of aces for Penn State. Chapoin able to handle it, but Stark
Be able to dish the ball nicely, but it's so important to have all the skills.
They're trying to make it essential that they come out, and they come out proving it.
Washington team trying to get physical up front against a powerful Nittany Lion attack. They'll give Hannah a second swing. And out of the left side, and Penn State says, all right, anything you can do, I can do better. Maddie Ensley trying to swing from the left side. So a couple double blocks on either side as you get a replay of that on Big Ten Plus. Izzy Stark over there is sealed. That's Kentucky native on Kentucky native. Trammell out of Lexington, Hunt out of Covington. Hunt wins that one. Now back again, sent was Trammell. Hunt right there. Penn State keeps this one off the floor. Nice dig in the back row, and Trammell gets the last laugh.
Penn State will take another look at the replay, but it was just all Nittany Lion fire.
out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Sophomore defensive specialist. Or with the serve. And there's Trammell. They need a big performance out of her in the middle tonight to hang against Nebraska.